Hello, hello, hello. It is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, and we are here to discuss episode 10 of the Challenge USA. Let's do it. Oh, all right, everybody. Hello again. My name is John Dunphy, and I'm joined by my two favorites, right? Kyle Petty and Gina Morgino. There they are. They're beautiful. We're all here. And this is Jury Duty. This is your favorite Big Brother podcast. We know it. But sometimes we talk about other things. And tonight, like I said, we're talking the Challenge USA episode 10. If you want to find us on the socials, just by the way, you can check us out at BB Jury Duty. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. If you want to check out our cool website, thank you, Kyle. That's www.bbjuryduty.com. Okay. And I think that's everything, right? You want to get into this episode? It was a good one, I think. What do you guys think of the episode?
Has been fucking amazing.
It really has.
Welcome, Gina, to what the challenge really is. Because she's usually just...
Now that no one's a stranger, I'm having a great time.
Always just sitting looking at us as we talk about it. Welcome to the conversation, Gina Morgino.
I really like, by the way, how they set up these episodes. Like I really like the breakdown of it. I feel like in the beginning we get a little bit of a check-in, see where everybody's at, right? It's who's working with who? Is everybody still good on this side? Is everybody still good over here?
Hey, Jason.
Oh, say hello to Jason. What's up,
Hi.
Jason? Good to have you back, buddy.
Somebody trying to move in.
Oh,
thank you.
My goodness. Come on, we know Gina's looking beautiful every night. Come on.
Thank you.
Damn right.
But yeah, I really like how these episodes get started, how quickly we get into the challenge. So tonight we kind of checked in with everybody. Sarah, Kayla, and Justine, three of the members of the Fab Five, which is no more. They were kind of talking about how Desi was part of the winning duo last week. And now the Fab Five is over because Cachet has been eliminated. That was one of their five. So now that Cachet is gone and Desi was the one that, was one of the people that sent her in, Fab Five is over. But one of the things that Sarah, Kayla, and Justine were talking about was how they need to forgive and forget when it comes to, Desi. So, they want to kind of still keep her close because they know they need numbers, but they know that they can't forget. We're going to see that doesn't really matter when we get into the episode.
It doesn't really matter. And I also think it's horseshit. They are only saying that because they don't know what's coming next. And they don't know that they are on the eve of the final. So they're just we just have to be nice to this girl because we're scared she might work against us.
Sure.
Exactly.
Let's just call it for what it is. That's all.
Absolutely. So we've got Sarah, Kayla, and Justine. Sarah, Kayla, and Justine on one side, the Survivor guys, Angela and Alyssa on the other, with David and Enzo still sort of just hanging out in the middle. Although Ben loves Enzo, I didn't know anything about this Benzo thing.
Yeah, I was have we heard about this before?
I knew
No, ma'am.
Yeah. It seems like every week somebody new says they love Enzo. There was 1 week it was David, then 1 week Dom was I love Enzo, and then this week it was Ben. I don't know. Everyone just seems to love to hang out with Enzo, but nobody wants to.
That's the thing. That's that typical Enzo game, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's how the Meow Meow always finds his way to the end. I had to make sure I threw that name in just for Gina. Gina, the Meow Meow Morgino.
No.
Saying nar for no reason.
Good. It's fun.
It is really fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
Just chuckling to myself at 11:17 a.m.
Nar.
I'm like, what do I what do I want for lunch? Not that.
Yeah. I've found myself
Yeah.
using it like around my family and getting very
Amazing.
strange looks. Yeah.
Oh, it's very
So-
fun.
My
It is very
influence.
fun. But no, that is the typical Enzo game though. Like he's like, oh, I don't know who he is. Why is he still here? Why is he still here? Wait, what do you mean final two? Like it always happens like that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get a little bit further into Enzo's game as this goes on. But like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like you can rag on him and his name as much as you want, but that's some king shit right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey.
Man always finds a way. Always finds a way.
Absolutely.
But-
Absolutely. So yeah, we checked in with everybody, and then we got to the challenge portion of the episode. And this one was called Code Crossing. I was excited for this challenge because it looked cool. You had the truck speeding down the roadway. We've seen stuff like this before.
Yeah.
And in this one, they had TJ was explaining it. You had two people going at a time, head to head. On one side of the truck, there was one color set of pegs. On the other side, it was a different color. Basically, these two people had to sort of race from one side of the truck to the other using these pegs. They got to, before they went on their run, they got to place 6 pegs strategically ahead of time to try to help them across.
Nice.
And if they made it across, they were able to then climb up to the top, pull onto some cord, and it would let the smoke go for whichever color that player that won, whichever
corresponding color.
So it was at this point, too. I'll just mention this because I do think that this is important. It was during the explanation of the game, and some of the players were kind of talking about how they were excited to try it. They were a little nervous. Danny made a comment. He kind of said that, usually when he's at home, he doesn't like to do things that really put him in any sort of danger. He doesn't like to, get hurt or anything like that. And certainly someone that we love and we adore, Miss Kiki, we found out also.
Kyle, how did you not see that one coming?
I swear, 3 seconds before I was like, oh no.
The moment he started speaking, I said, "It's Kiki, shout out."
I could see Gina's face, and I was like, she knows what's going on.
I didn't.
So yeah,
Oh my God.
we got to hear a little bit more about our favorite Kiki, and
As soon
it's
as
clear-
her name was said, I mean, I looked at her like,
Why do you hate it so much?
because it's just enough. Like, enough. We don't know her. She was not on Survivor. She was not on The Amazing Race. She was not on Big Brother. She was not on Love Island. But we are talking about her every single week. Like, she's not relevant. No one else is
Relevant
doing
to
that.
Danny.
Angela has said nothing about Tyler. Nothing.
Well, Tyler didn't shut up about Angela and BB22.
Right, and if we
True.
were potting then, I would have had comments. All right, but we were a
Well,
year late.
I'll say this, this is clearly a couple in love. Here they are on the beach enjoying a lovely day. Really nice to see it. You love to see this sort of thing. So our Kiki shout out for the week. I really enjoyed it. And you know what, Kyle? You've got me thinking, actually. Do you think that maybe this could be a setup to see Kiki and Danny on a show like The Amazing Race? What do you think?
He hates it.
Hot take.
I mean, listen,
Hot.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd watch. Because I would, but I'd be hate watching. I'm really just watching to rip you apart and cheer for your exit. I'm not, but you know what?
Cheer for your exit.
Ratings are ratings, right? Ratings are ratings.
Yeah.
What is Jason talking about, by the way? This is the challenge night.
But he is correct.
No, yeah, no lies detected. But for our audio friends, Jason says Michael is beasting on these other house guests. The confidence in winning every veto is nuts. Yeah, right. We do agree. That's for tomorrow. But we love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to go unmentioned.
So before I took us off track with the Kiki shout out, which
We're
is really
who cares?
It's really a fantastic moment that I look forward to every week, though, especially knowing how much it grinds your gears.
Oh yeah,
But-
my gears are ground My biscuits are burned. I can't stand it. Thank God I got the past tense of that right, because we struggled with that in the past. And I think that's why John loves to throw the grinding gears metaphor at me, because he knows I struggle with the past tense. Or whatever. Anywho,
but anyway,
go back to what you were doing. I'm sorry.
I guess we should get into the competition. So, pegs on the side of the moving truck. You want to get on top. I got to tell you, this was probably the worst part of the episode because nobody could do this.
And it's so funny because, like, once Angela did it, her method was so obvious, but even I wouldn't have thought to do that. Watching her do it, I was like, how did this is so easy. Like, it's so obvious.
It was just weird.
Well, go ahead.
Well, because the strategy that Angela used too, where she kind of placed the pegs so she could walk across them, like Ben seemed to have like a similar strategy that he wanted to do, but like did not execute it at all. You just would have thought that somebody would have caught on and figured out how to do this before the very last person competed.
Yeah.
But
Kyle, what were you gonna say?
All right, it's running back to Jason. Listen, I actually said to Tommy, and I wish we weren't having this Wi-Fi issue so that he can corroborate my story. I was like, I would have taken my 6 pegs and formed a floor. Okay, I would have made sure that every other peg or every 2 pegs, however the mathed, I would just make sure that I had a floor and just go. And he was like, all right, well, if you use all 6, then you don't have any pegs to go. I said, okay, so maybe 4 or 5. Just so I can move 1 peg along or 2 pegs. Like,
is that how that works? I thought you used your 6 for the bottom and then you had pegs for your hands.
No,
you got.
Oh, that I don't know.
6 pegs. Yeah, you got 6 pegs.
That was unclear to me. I knew you had 6 pegs to preset. No, I
and then other than that, I think there were other. Yeah.
Oh, there was other pegs, and I definitely would have used the 6 as a floor. Like I said that.
Right. I absolutely
and then Angela was like, "This is what I'm doing," and I was like, "Thank you, thank you." Like I don't know. I thought that was a no-brainer.
Well, after I saw her do it, I was like, "Yeah, that's absolutely a no-brainer." My dumbass didn't think to do that, but like, I'm glad someone did.
They had their 6. They had their 6 pegs that they could preset, and then the back of the truck it was just filled with like each color peg, and it looked like some of them had like these like little pouches that you could stick a bunch in and like strap them around their waist.
Yeah,
you're right. I did see the pouch. I did peep the pouch.
Yeah,
peep the
pouch.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I said that as I was typing. Okay, so 1 cool point awarded to me.
But man, this was wild to watch. I mean, Tyson and David, neither of them finished, and you have your first person to go. It's a learning curve, so you think maybe people will start to do better. But neither of them finished. Neither of them got very far. Sarah actually fell and DQ'd in the next round. Alyssa did not finish. Dom and Danny, neither of them finished. Kayla DQ'd and Justine did not finish. Ben and Enzo, neither finished. Angela finally in the last round made it to the top of the truck. It's
wild that literally only one person did it.
Yeah.
Queen Anne's. That's right.
Queen Anne's.
Crushing the comp. Like, I fucking love this bitch. Okay? I'm sorry. I stand.
And that was what prompted me to tweet my tweet. It's so annoying. Like, if people just don't like Angela, fine. Don't like her. Whatever. But for anybody to look at her and say that she has not earned her status as being an incredible competitor, and you don't know why, I'm adding Sarah right now, but like even other people, like, you don't know why people think that she's such a strong competitor. What do you mean you don't know why? Time and time again, she's an insane competitor.
Yeah, she literally teaches you how you were supposed to do things. Every time. It's a masterclass in just brilliance.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can say what you want about her. She's amazing.
I have one thing, and that is what's wrong with Angela?
I said to Tommy, if she is not in the global competition, I'm gonna be really pissed off. I was like, I want Angela representing this country. I do. I don't know anything about her politics.
With Angela?
Just in case something comes out later that's gonna like get me canceled. I don't know anything about what she thinks about anything. I just want her representing us in terms of the game
as a competitor.
Yeah, that's it. Because I feel like she will do us proud. Like that's all. Yeah.
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 But so Angela won for the women.
Angela
This is
won.
this, yeah, for the women. This is a men's elimination week too. So it was especially disappointing that not one of the men was able to complete this. We had to find out from TJ that the one guy who went the furthest was Ben. So Ben wins by not winning, just getting the furthest.
Right.
Which was
being
really
the best
pathetic.
of the worst.
Yeah.
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 So our winners, Angela and Ben, here they are. And if someone wins, someone's got to lose, and that was David. David came in last place. Covered the least ground of anyone.
Tanked. Totally tanked.
Yeah.
But to the chagrin of the lady Morgino.
Oh, David.
Yeah, man.
Poor David. And now Ben and Angela met with David.
Mm-hmm.
How did you think this conversation was going to go? Because Ben and Angela, as we know, are in this alliance, the Survivor guys, and Angela and Alyssa. And it seemed like they were on the same page that Ben, coming into this episode. And it seemed like Ben was actually getting pretty excited to be working in this group, that, a lot of strong competitors. Sarah saw him getting very close with Tyson and Angela, not happy about it. And then we get to this moment where Ben and Angela have to talk with David and see who he wants to go in against and try to figure out their options, their best option as the power duo of who to send into elimination against David.
Right.
They were not on the same page at all. I know you have some thoughts about Ben, Kyle. Do you want to get into it?
Sure, let's do it. That's why we're all gathered here today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, I had a problem with Ben because he kept saying on the side, like, "Oh, I feel like this is all Angela's decision, Listen, she asked you, "What do you want to do?" And you sat there tight-lipped, because you didn't want to share, I guess, whatever little alliance or kind of relationship you had with Enzo, which is why you didn't want to say anything. So don't act like this is the Angela show. Yeah. Okay, listen, there's a lot that we can say about Angela outside of her comp wins about why she may not be so super likable. This wasn't one of those moments. Right. She flat out said, "What do you want to do?" He's like,
right.
And it's like, well, what is anybody supposed to do with that? Like, of course she's going to run the show because you're literally saying nothing. Like that, you just don't get to just paint her negatively over that. That just really annoyed me. And it's like, if you felt so strongly about Enzo not going in, then stand up for it.
Right.
Like she wasn't having. I do feel like at the end of the day, because the conversation was basically going like, Angela saying absolutely no Tyson, and then Ben was saying absolutely no Enzo. So then I do believe that if Ben pushed hard enough, Angela would have been fine with Dom going in.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been fine with that because at that stage, I feel like she's fair enough to say, you get one save, I get one save, fine. That's not really what I want, but whatever. Goodbye, Dom. Mm-hmm. And y'all could have just rocked out that way, but you chose not to. And like, I don't know. Like, you just kind of like folded. I
totally agree.
I think she would have heard that argument. So you're trying to paint her as if like, she was really trying to like control this entire thing.
Right.
And that's really not what it was.
You just said no Enzo and didn't budge on anything else.
Right. You said no Enzo and you said absolutely nothing else. And then what else did you expect to happen? Like, because then you didn't really stick up for him when it really came push to shove, as we see.
Right. Right. He kept trying to paint her as this dominating, unreasonable person. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, like you said, Kyle, Angela was asking Ben, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" He kept responding, "I don't know." I wrote it down. Like he just kept saying, "I don't know." And really, Angela was thinking they're in this alliance, working together with the same people. Angela is thinking logically here. David is going in. The only other male that cannot go, that can go in, that's not in our alliance, is Enzo. So you would think that she probably felt safe in thinking, this is my alliance member. David is not in our alliance. He's an elimination. Let's send the only other person that's not in our alliance, right? To protect everybody in the alliance. So for him to like just continue to say, I don't know, and then say that, oh no, she was dominating the conversation and making me do this or that. It's like, come on, man, get with it. What are you doing? Like,
Right. This is not. Yeah. You can't blame this on the edit.
Yeah.
It was all there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I just kind of feel like Ben's a punk. If you wanted your friend there so bad, you could have made it happen.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree. So we did, that whole conversation was very awkward. We did get some glimpses of conversations between like Angela and Tyson and Danny afterwards, just kind of really questioning like what's going on with Ben, this and that. You know, is he with us? Is he not with us? Because I mean, this is the group that you do not want to piss off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like every one of the strong competitors is on your side right now. You're about to go against them for no reason. Right at the end, you know, right before the final, they're going to send you out. they're all going to target you. Like, so I don't know why this was like the hill he wanted to die on, but it did.
So is it? There's one more before the final, or are we going into the final now?
It looks like there's going to be one more women, but I think we might get one more.
Because that's what. Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah. On the next on portion, I know we usually save this for the end, but on the next on portion, there was a voice just saying there's one more female, elimination.
Oh, see, I missed that. So I just kept seeing a bunch of stuff like from the final, and I was like, "Oh, are we going right in? Like, was this finale eve?" And we didn't know.
I feel like we get it. Like we get a big announcement from TJ, right? Like he's usually like, "Congratulations, you made it to my final," or whatever.
That's fair.
Like
that's fair.
I feel like this is a 2-part finale. And that's why they said this is a supersized episode. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get like finale part 1.
Okay.
With an elimination, and then we're going to get
Gotcha.
the real finale. But I feel like we are in the final at this stage, based on the way that next on was kind of crafted.
Right.
Because it didn't make it sound like there was going to be like another regular comp.
Yeah. And that's why I was confused.
Yeah, which makes this elimination just a little bit more stingy, less sweet, sour.
I just want to see, what do we have left? The breakdown here. So we've got Ben, Tyson. There's 5. Yeah, there's 11 people in there. There's 6 women and 5 men left. So, I guess
6 women and 5 men.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we were just talking last week about like how many people do you think are actually going to be in the final? Will it be a 10-person final, like 5 duos? Will it be 8 at 4? Like, we could still see a purge next week.
I was gonna say that could to what Kyle would love to see would be like an elimination and a purge in the next episode.
Yeah, because the purge is basically the challenges version of a double.
Yeah.
I
will say I do have like high hopes for this finale because I feel like they've done a very good job all season with this stuff. So I'm expecting the finale to be just as good.
At least better than what we got in All Stars. Was that 2, 3? I don't even know what that was. It's just terrible. Whatever that last challenge was that we did, that was on P+.
All Stars 3. Yeah.
It was 3? Yeah.
All Stars 3.
Weak sauce.
So after some back and forth, some arguing, Ben finally decided to come around. I think he saw the writing on the wall. It's probably not good to go against this alliance that I'm lucky enough to be a part of that has all the best competitors in it that I don't want to piss off. And he decided Enzo's going in. So they let David know. David was not happy. They let Enzo know. Enzo obviously not happy. Did you hear the comment that David made when Angela told him he was going in? So obviously he did say a lot, but before he got up and walked away, he kind of under his breath just muttered, "It's Survivor's game." What did you think about that?
I don't think anything about it. I think he's a little wrong. Well, I think that's his view, and that's what it would be as a man. But for Angela, it's not. Because what survivors are left on the female side? Just Sarah, who's been her enemy since the beginning. The rest of it is what? Justine from Love Island. And
Desi was Survivor.
Oh, Desi from Survivor. And Desi and Sarah don't seem to be that closely aligned based on what happened with last week. Right? So they can say Fab 5 as much as they want, but her behavior has not really supported that that thought process. And then, I mean, I guess, so who else is left? Justine from Love Island and Kayla from Amazing Race.
And Oh my God. Alyssa.
Oh, Alyssa from Big Brother, who she's already aligned with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So for Angela, it's not Survivor's Game.
Yeah.
I can understand him thinking that.
Right. I'm glad, by the way, you brought up the Desi thing, because I had made a note about it and forgot to mention it. But I think this episode was the first time that we actually heard Desi say out loud, like, that she's in this new alliance with Angela, and so she really wants it to work out and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it felt like she was forced into last week's decision to put Cachet in, right? She did not want to do that, and she seemed to not trust Angela at all. So it was interesting now in the very next week to hear her kind of saying, like, I'm excited about this new alliance with Angela, and let's see how it goes, and blah blah blah. So I thought it was interesting just to hear her actually say it out loud, but especially when the episode was starting with Sarah, Kayla, and Justine thinking like, oh, like let's just welcome Desi back and not not make her mad. So I thought that was interesting.
Can we also, since we're on Kayla, we're not on Kayla, I'm going to bring us there. I am a huge Kayla fan at this stage. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I came into this season like, she kind of annoyed me on
you
the
were
Amazing
over
Race.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't care one way or the other. Listen, she has navigated her way through this chaotic, crazy ass game, and she is the last racer left. Like,
and she's been pretty much unscathed.
More than pretty much. I mean, like, she has not. Has she even seen elimination?
I don't think so.
Check it out.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. But I can check for you.
J-Dom with that Snope shit.
Elimination. Kayla and James were in the second elimination, and they won it. So Kayla and James were in elimination in week 2 and won.
I have no recollection. That feels like
so long. I know.
You know what that was? They beat Cashel and Tiffany. I think that was that bike one.
The bike thing. The bike thing. Yeah.
Knowledge is powered.
Poor Tiff. She lasted 1 week.
I know.
What
I love that her headshot is the challenge thumbnail, though.
Yeah, I like that too.
And they kept it. I thought that when she was eliminated, they would have changed it.
Right.
They didn't. And I have to say, I get confused sometimes when I see a tweet. I'm like, Tiffany said this?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
every time.
Every
time.
This is not it.
Yeah.
This is not it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. All right, so we had a great elimination tonight. A classic challenge elimination. Balls in. Now, this one, there has been some great matchups over the years in the different versions of the challenge we've had from MTV. Some really, really good battles in this one. So basically, we've got a giant ring. We're in the sand. We got our rope in a big, big circle, our ring. And in the middle, there's a goal. So on each side, player has, their different color, whatever color corresponds to them, the balls that they're going to use to try to score. There's 5 rounds. Each round, one, you play defense or you play offense. You go first or second.
5 felt like so many. I don't know why it had to be 5.
Yeah. And whoever scores the most in those 5 rounds is the winner. What did you guys have any predictions going into this matchup between David and Enzo?
Not really.
I honestly had none, and there was no outcome to this that disinterested me.
Yeah.
I thought both were really cool. This was a great elimination in my opinion. And I love that they went to 5. Just blew the whole thing wide open now, didn't it? I thought it was great. I thought it was like great.
It was both really hard to watch, and I was also on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Yeah. So exciting.
So round 1, we had David going first on offense, and Enzo, there's some football tackling going on here. Like Enzo was going hard in the first round. I was a little nervous that he was going to get gassed out early on, but this stayed a good battle all the way through.
Not the meow.
So no scoring for round 1. David scored in round 2, and Enzo did not. So it was a 1-0 David score after 2 rounds. Nobody scored round 3.
round 2 was the moment that I knew how this was going to end because they immediately cut to Angela being like, David did his first point, and now I know David's going to win. And I went, well, shit, now I know David's not going to win.
Oh my God. I honestly thought that David was going to run away with this. I thought as it went on, David like would have an easier time almost because
and
I
he
feel like
probably would have if he wasn't an idiot.
Right. I feel like we see David working out in the house all the time. Angela couldn't stop talking about how much Enzo's just been sleeping all season. This is a very physical elimination.
Let's be very clear here. David did not lose this because he got tired. David lost this because he got stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was really hard to watch. Like when he threw that ball, I mean, like my jaw hit the floor. And
even Alyssa was like,
doing?
David.
Yes, like
what?
The last one.
But even like both of Enzo's shots, not to like take away, like we were like going like round by round or whatever, but like for both of the shots that Enzo sank in this thing, David tackled him and the ball was sitting there and he was just so focused on keeping Enzo on the ground rather than just kicking the ball out of bounds.
Right.
He easily could have prevented Enzo from getting both of those.
Yeah.
But he was just
TJ
so focused
kept
on
saying, focus on the ball. The ball.
He just kept focusing on keeping Enzo down. And then by the time that Enzo got up, David was so tired he couldn't get to him fast enough. And Enzo just had a clear shot to grabbing the ball and throwing it in.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you
David
doing?
destined to never win anything? Like, is he just always going to be like the joke?
Again, like I so badly want David to have his redemption arc. And when he won that first elimination that he was in, I was like, perfect. David needed this. Like he finally got a win.
This is his game.
Great. But like he is such a danger to himself. Like he keeps making just stupid decisions. He keeps losing because he's making dumb decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could
be becoming the Anissa of this challenge.
He could be such a great competitor, but he's dumb.
I was really rooting for him in this season because I felt like he did win a daily challenge at one point. I guess he's been pretty quiet. You don't really hear much about David, but like, I don't know. I don't know. But, he took the early lead. Enzo came back, tied it up in the fourth round. And David, like we've been saying, just looked gassed to me in round 5. He just tossed the ball towards the goal. He couldn't do anything. Enzo knocked it out of the ring. And Enzo came in and scored and won in the 5th round, 2-1. Sending David home. Enzo takes all of David's money. So now Enzo is actually the richest person in the house. Has not won a daily challenge, but has more money than anybody in there. $18,000.
How do you like
he
that,
can run.
Tyson? How do you like that?
Yeah.
Stacks on stacks.
What killed me about David throwing the ball too is like you could see in his face, that in his brain he was like, this is gonna look so epic on TV. Like that he was throwing it in like this is gonna be my like shining moment. Like they're gonna slow-mo the ball going into the thing. Like you could tell that he was like, I'm nailing it. This is my moment.
Sure this is it. Yeah.
Do you think like David needs to be on another season like this and like get into some kind of showmance or something, like someone that can be the brains?
I think genuinely, I think David needs to say no, thank you, please. Like no more.
Because you keep saying like David's dumb. Like what if he had somebody that like could help him with the strategic side of the game and the social side of the game?
I don't know, man.
But like because he won an elimination this season. He won a daily challenge. He's done some things in there. We like David, right? We like him.
He has done some things. I am not ready to count this man out. I would like to see him on a future challenge. I think he definitely fared better in this than he did in anything else I've seen him play.
Sure, that's true.
I know. I think he deserves another go. I
agree.
Go. He should not make the global championship unless you send him to another country to try and qualify again. But but I would really like to see like this global thing only have finalists.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, right?
No one really said that. I feel like they haven't decided what they wanted to be.
But like they said that this qualifies you for the global challenge, so I have to assume the winners. I have to assume the winners of this go next, right?
I think so.
I was under the impression that winning this qualifies you for the global challenge.
Well, I would assume winning definitely does, but there's got to be more than just the winners because there's only
I wonder if you're like
3 or 4 of these.
Maybe if you're top 3 or something, the top 3 men, top 3 women from each competition.
Oh, you think
maybe
that few? I thought it would be more. Because the challenge always starts with like 20-something people.
Well,
but is that going to be a full challenge, or is that just going to be like a final?
I
think it's a full challenge.
Yeah, but I say you're breaking my heart. I thought it was a full challenge. I was hoping to see like 8 to 10 finalists from every international version coming together. That's what I was hoping to see.
Yeah, and it could be. How many countries are participating? Do we know? That could tell us.
Because I thought there were more than 4.
So I could see.
I think it was only 3 or 4. It was America, Australia,
UK.
I want to say there was one more.
Yeah. If anybody knows that's listening or watching, please let us know. We're forgetting. But because if there's 4, I could see them doing top 8. Because then you'd have 32 competitors there. If there's 4,
right. That sounds
right.
challenging to me. Yeah, because you play in pairs again.
I think we had 28 in the Challenge USA. I think it was 14 men and 14 women. So I don't know. Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Then we'll get a good old-fashioned purge. Number 5.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So where are we here? I guess so. David went home, right? We said that. David went home. That was pretty much the end of the episode.
Well, not before Enzo had his little moment.
Asking everybody if they were scared he was coming back. You think anyone's scared? I mean, like the very first thing we saw after this elimination, that Enzo like triumphantly won. Desi was like, nobody wants to run the final with Enzo. Yep. It's like right back to being like,
Do you think there's a man in there that should be scared of Enzo at this stage?
No.
I think the only person that Enzo could actually like beat or like finish higher than in a final would be Dom. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we wouldn't have said the same name, so it's good. No, because you're right. It's Dom.
What were you going to say?
Who were you going to say?
I was going to be a shady ass bitch, and I was going to say Ben.
Well, maybe.
Listen, Ben is just on the right side of things. I can't say that I've seen anything super amazing from him. Like,
right.
You won this time, but only because no one else succeeded. It's like that's not. Is that a win? I mean, sure, it's a win. You get to put in. It's not in the lose column, so sure, win. But like,
I will say don't know. He won one other daily challenge, Ben, but that was also with Angela. I guess they didn't compete together though. That's right. That was the first week that they had been separated after pairs ended. That was having a blast. I don't even remember which one that was, that competition. But
no. Clearly not impactful because nobody even remember he won. So
yeah, Ben and Angela. I just realized 2 out of the last 3 weeks, Ben and Angela have actually won the daily challenge. That's interesting.
Having a blast. Was that the one with the hoses where nobody played it right?
Yes. Okay. All right. That makes me feel better because then, that wasn't even like real. So, okay.
Kai looks confused. The one where they had to like run across the soapy like whatever, and instead of blasting people with the hoses, they were just clearing the way for everybody.
With the arrows and all that stuff. Yeah, that's not a win. Sorry.
No,
it's a miss for me, dog.
Well, okay, so I guess the next on portion, right? We talked about it a little bit, but it looks like we got the final coming up. The challenge account tweeted out, get ready for the season finale next week. So we know it's coming, but we know it's a 2-hour event. Starts 9 p.m.
Oh, they said the season finale next week.
That's what the challenge Twitter account has posted.
Oh, okay.
They did say it was a supersized episode. Oh,
yeah, it's 2 hours.
11:15 again.
Yeah, we're going to have a late night.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm so tired.
Ties.
I'm just going to confirm with what I saw. It says...
We have a brand new comment, by the way, as you're confirming. Hi, Cheryl.
Okay.
Hi. Welcome to the conversation. Cheryl says, I think Tyson and Angela are good at dailies because it's uncontested. They haven't had to have the contact of elimination.
That's a fair point.
It's a fair point, but let me tell you something. Is there a girl that we think could beat Queen Ange? No. I would like to say maybe Desi, but like I
was
don't.
gonna say it
That's not
depends on what
basing
it is,
anything.
but
Like,
also does it? Like,
right. Does it?
Yeah.
And Tyson, listen, I don't think he's so flawless.
No,
I think he could falter. I do.
Tyson hasn't won a daily challenge since week 5. It's been 5 weeks that he has not been one of the winners.
Angela just keeps banging him out.
Right. It's been over a month since we saw Tyson win. But everybody's still so scared to say anything about him. I mean, I guess in that world, that was probably only a week ago.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
So 1 hour ago, the challenge Twitter account posted, see if these challengers can keep up with TJ's final next Wednesday during the 2-hour season finale of the Challenge USA at 9 p.m. on CBS.
So this is finale eve. Damn.
Wow. We're here.
So I'm assuming we're going to have a very quick elimination of some kind in the beginning, right? For the women. I don't know how they're going to edit this, right? If it's a 2-hour season finale,
I mean,
they don't say
the
part 1 of the season finale, you know?
I mean, the first hour could be a regular challenge, and the second hour could be the final.
It just feels like a quick, just 1 hour for the finale. That seems like a quick finale, right? I mean, like for the final, I mean, it's a 2-hour finale, but like 1 hour to cover the whole final, I don't know.
I mean, unless they just don't put all the other politics.
Yeah, they cut some like game talk.
With the ladies' elimination, right.
And like the first like half hour or something is the elimination, and then the rest is
even 40 or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All
right.
Cheryl says pole wrestle was in the trailer.
Ooh,
was it?
I love pole wrestle.
We do love a pole wrestle. That would be fantastic to see. Wait, for females? Question mark? Is that just part of
it would
the
have
final?
to be.
Oh my gosh! If we got like an Angela Sarah pole wrestle,
Angela's going in the elimination. I'm so sure.
All she has to do is not win,
right?
And people will put her in.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
And let me tell you, like, let's just say, like, hypothetically, you know, next week, if there's one last daily challenge and like Sarah and Enzo win it, you know, Angela is definitely going in then. There's not even a chance. She just put Enzo in this week. Sarah's been hating her for weeks. In that situation, Angela would definitely be going to elimination. So,
although
Sarah wins, then we don't get the Angela.
Any
Sarah
situation
matchup,
where Sarah like outlasts Angela, that's gonna piss me off like to no end.
I agree. I agree. But all right. Anybody else got we cover everything? Anybody else have anything fun to say? Anything to contribute for the, you know, for the good of the community?
I think I'm good.
No, I'm pretty satisfied.
Okay.
Just a little bummed that now next week is 11:15.
I know.
But that's okay.
Well, let's just
we got a late night tomorrow and a late night next Wednesday.
This is reality TV Endgame.
I just want to take one more moment to shout out Mr. and Mrs. The Challenge USA, Mr. and Mrs. Kiki McRae. Okay.
Kyle, how do you not see it coming?
I thought that was in the past. That was in the first 10 minutes. Like we did it already. So. I'm like Mr. and Mrs. Tyson and Angela.
I'm just realizing that we're only going to have one more week of Kiki shout-outs because it's the season finale.
Thank God.
I hope Danny really lays it on thick next week. I'll have a slideshow ready.
No.
To appreciate.
I'll remove myself from the stream.
Wow. Wow.
No.
All right. Well, I think that's it, right?
All right. Well,
thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. What else do we have going on this week? So tomorrow night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be talking about the BB24 second double eviction. This is our classic double eviction. Not the split house twist anymore that we were covering last time. So this
and
is
we're going to talk
standard.
about the comics.
Yes, we've got our BB comics. It was the comics week. We're going to talk about the comics that we all drew. Some beautiful artwork that we made. The fans have been voting furiously.
The results of our
polls.
polls.
The polls have closed. Yeah, the polls have closed. We're still trying to figure out whether or not there was some voter fraud or not. But we think that's still but even if there was fraud, we don't think the outcome of the election was altered in any way. So, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. Very exciting. And then next week we'll be back Monday night. That'll be, what is that, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time we do that, right? We'll be talking BB24 again. Following Wednesday, we'll be talking the Challenge USA finale. And then Thursday again, we'll be talking another BB24 eviction. So we're staying busy. Stay with us.
Always.
And I think that's it. So if you want to find us on the socials, it's at BB Jury Duty. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Or head over to our website, www.bbjuryduty.com. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Love ya.